It's now only 100 days until the British and Irish Lions tour of South Africa. Maybe. Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the Kiwi Lads channel. In this video, I am going to be talking about the British and Irish Lions tour. There has been a little bit of an update on whether or not the tour would be taking place in South Africa, but if you do enjoy the video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. But yeah, let's get right into it. So the British and Irish Lions and South Africa Rugby have both agreed that the tour will be taking place in South Africa as it was originally scheduled to. So that is very exciting news. They aren't too sure though whether or not crowds will be able to attend. Of course, one big thing with the British and Irish Lions tour are those touring fans of the British and Irish Lions. Unfortunately this year, that seems like it will be a pretty slim possibility of that being able to take place. Hopefully they will be able to have some type of crowd though at these games. There is a warm-up game between Japan and the British and Irish Lions that is being played at Murrayfield in Scotland, and then from there the British and Irish Lions, they will head to South Africa. They are going to be playing a few games up against a few South African sides before moving into the 3-test series against South Africa themselves, which will be a very exciting one as people are asking the question, are South Africa going to be as good as they were in that 2019 World Cup? They haven't had a lot of games since then. South Africa missing what would have been the Quad Nations, instead became the Tri-Nations between the All Blacks, the Wallabies and the Pumas. So everyone has got that big question, how good will South Africa be in this tour? And who will be playing for South Africa in those games? But there is certainly a lot to be excited about when it comes to this British and Irish Lions side. We have watched some phenomenal rugby in the Six Nations, some very close games, some very competitive games, and there have been a lot of players who have been showing that they are for sure going to get a spot in that British and Irish Lions side, and it is probably going to be spread out quite nicely between England, Wales, Ireland and Scotland, because all of them throughout the Six Nations have had their players that have just looked on that next level, and that is what is going to make it so exciting when they come up against the team ranked #1 in the world, South Africa, the Springboks. Are they going to be able to bring that fight and that fire to their game that they were able to, that made them 2019 World Cup champions? We have got 100 days until the first match in South Africa. That is going to be between the Stormers and the British and Irish Lions. That is going to be taking place on Sunday, July 4th in New Zealand. That will more than likely be a Saturday game for a few other countries because of the fact that normally the games that take place in South Africa happen at kind of around that 3 AM New Zealand time. So it might be an afternoon game or perhaps an evening game in South Africa. But one thing is for sure, we are going to get to see some very good rugby being played. So the first match, like I said, Stormers versus the British and Irish Lions. Then the next match is going to be taking place 4 days later, and it is going to be the South African Invitational side taking on the British and Irish Lions. And the big thing there is I have no idea who is going to be in that Invitational side. We could see quite a few talented players in that side, and it will be very interesting to see how they match up with the British and Irish Lions side. Then the next game is going to be 7 days after the first match on the next Sunday for New Zealand time. It is going to be the Sharks versus the British and Irish Lions. Another match that I am very much looking forward to. The next match after that one is going to be South Africa A, and that is going to be on the following Thursday. And then the next game after that is going to be on the following Sunday, and that is going to be between the Bulls and the British and Irish Lions. And I have to say, some of these matches that we have been seeing in the South African preparation series, they have had some very close games, some very competitive games between the sides, and everyone in those teams would have been trying to jockey for a position in some of these teams to verse the British and Irish Lions. It's a huge chance for some of these younger guys as well as the older ones to really show how good they are and have a chance to be able to beat such a quality side in the British and Irish Lions if they can get the job done. Then after all of those games are out of the way, we move on to the huge ones, the 3-test series between South Africa and the British and Irish Lions. The first match of that series is going to be taking place on July the 25th, 122 days away, and I feel like if it's going to be anything like the rest of this year, it's going to feel like it's going to be here in about a month, because this year has been flying by. We have had a lot of good rugby to watch as well, and we are going to have a lot more later on in this year as well. Then the next match is going to take place the next Sunday. That is August 1st, and that will be the second match of the series, and then the third will be on Sunday, August 8th. But those are all in New Zealand time, I should mention. The times of the matches haven't been confirmed yet, but one thing is for sure, and that is that I am extremely excited for this one. Hope you guys are too, and I will be doing a lot more videos revolving around this British and Irish Lions side as well as the South African side, because when we do get to see this take place, it is going to be such a sight to see. The British and Irish Lions tour, the history behind this team is what makes this even better, and I hope you guys are excited for this as I am. But yes, some very good rugby on the way if this can take place. There were rumours that maybe Australia were going to host it, but then that one was turned down. Also the chance of it taking place in the UK, but I believe the call was the fact that it was just a little bit too late to be able to make that change. So they are sticking with South Africa. Hopefully it does all go smoothly. Hopefully they will be able to also have a bit of a crowd for these matches, because that is one thing that makes these games just that much better, is when you've got that audience and they are cheering on their side. So I have said a lot of hopefullys throughout this video, and I am just hoping that it will run smoothly and they will be able to do it in a safe way that does keep all of the players and the management and everyone safe as well. But nonetheless, I think that's almost going to be the end of this video. Let me know in the comments which match you are most excited for, and also who you think is going to be in that British and Irish Lions side. Do let me know. And anyway, thank you all very much for watching, and I will see you all in the next one.